Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'll be solving another SQL problem from number 1251, average selling price. Let's take a look at the problem statement. We're given two tables, prices and units sold. In table prices, we have four columns, product ID, start date, end date, and price. The combination of three columns, product ID, start date, and end date, is the primary key. Each row of this table indicates the price of the product in the period from start date to end date. For each product ID, there will be no two overlapping periods, meaning there will be no two intersecting periods for the same product ID. Alright, in units sold table, there are three columns for product ID, purchase date, and units. There's no primary key in this table, and this table may contain duplicate rows. As you can see, product ID references the product ID column in prices table. So our task is to find the average selling price for each product, and the average price should be rounded to 2 decimal places. Okay, let's take a look at the example. A prices table, product ID number 1 has 2 periods, and each period, the product ID number 1 has different prices. So in this period, from January 17th to January 28th, the price for this product was $5 or £5. And the next period, from March 1st to March 22nd, the price was $20. So this is what it meant when it says up here, for each product ID, there will be no two overlapping periods. Alright, so there will be no intersecting periods for the same product ID. Alright, and similarly, product ID number 2 has 2 periods, and each period has different prices. So 15 for the first period, and the second period, the price for this product was 30. And in units sold, so for each period, this is the number of units that were sold. The purchase date is within the first period right here, and this purchase date is within another period of the product ID number 1. And for each period on different purchase dates, there are different number of units that were sold of this product ID. Similarly, product ID number 2 has 2 purchase dates, and this purchase date is within this period of time, and there were 200 units sold. And for the second purchase date for this product ID number 2, this purchase date is also within the second period of this product, and for this price, they were like 30 units sold. So the output, we have the product ID number 1 and number 2 and average price. So how do we calculate the average price for the product? So average selling price equal to total price of product divided by number of products sold. All right, so for product number 1, as you can see, for this period, the price was $5 per product, and in units sold within this period on this purchase date, there were 100 units sold. So go multiply the number of units sold by the price in that period, right? So we'll get the total between this the number of price, the price that was sold in this period, with the price that was sold, the total price of this product in this period. So the sum of these two, so it's gonna be 100 times 5 for this period, plus 15 times 20 for the second period. Similarly, for product ID number 2, we'll have, like, for this purchase date within this period, there were 200 units sold, so it's going to be 200 times 15 plus 30 times 30. And the sum of this the total of price product for these two periods will be divided by the total number of products sold, so the units. So it's gonna be, so for product ID number 2 it's gonna be 230, and for product ID number 1 it's gonna be 115. Therefore, we have the average price for product number 1 is equal to 6.96, and for product number 2 the average price is 16.96. Alright, so how do we solve this problem? First, I'm going to join these two tables with left join, just to show you what the result looks like. So I'm going to do select product ID, whoops. Alright, start date, end date, price, purchase date, okay, let's bring unit as well. So the left table would be prices, and I'm gonna call it P, left join with units sold, and I will call it AU. So we're going to join on product ID column. Going to be P dot product ID equal to U dot product ID. Okay, so let's first run this and take a look at the output. We have to give this product ID an alias because it is in both table. We're gonna do P dot run. All right, so as you can see here, for product ID number 1, we are joining on just product ID, so we are getting, for each period we are getting both purchase date. So for this period from February 17th to February 28th, we are getting 2 purchase dates, but there's only one purchase date should be matched to this period, which is this one, right? Similarly, for this period from March 1st to March 22nd, there should be just one purchase date that should be matched to this period, because this purchase date has to be within the period. That makes sense? And same for product ID number 2. For this period, February 1st to February 20th, there should be just one purchase date that should be matched to this period, which is February 10th. And for this period from February 21st to March 31st, this is the purchase date that should be matched to this period. So in order to do that, we have to add another condition. So join on product ID, and the purchase date is going to be purchase date has to be between start date and end date. So it's going to be between start date and end date. So I'm going to run this. So now the table looks better. So for this period, you are getting this purchase date, and for this period where the price for this product was 5, with the number of units sold was 100, we can do 5 times 100 plus 20 times 15 divided by the total of units is going to be 115. And for product number 2, for this period, the price was 15 and there were 200 units sold, so it's going to be 200 times 15 plus 30 times 30 divided by the total of units for product ID number 2, so it's going to be 230. All right, so we're gonna do that in this select part, but we only need product ID. So I'm going to remove all of other columns. And in here, we are going to do the sum of, so first let's do sum of price times units. So I'm gonna do price times units, all right, divided by the sum of the units. Okay, so we'll call this average price. Okay, so we're not done yet. Let's run this real quick. So this we have the average. Oh, okay, I forgot to put group by. So we need to group by product ID. Because without group by, it would just like take the first product ID. Forgot group by product ID. So let's do p dot product ID. Okay, let's run that again. Okay, so now I'm seeing for both the product IDs, I have the average price. So there are a couple of things here we need to fix. First of all, the average price should be rounded to 2 decimal places. So we're gonna do round function to 2 decimal places. So let's do round sum and then 2. Let's do that. Let's run it. Okay, it looks better now. I think we are ready to submit, and if we run into an edge case, we'll take care of that as well. All right, looks like I only passed 15 over 17 test cases. So there are 2 test cases that I didn't pass. So there is an edge case. So an edge case is where, let me see. So my output currently give null because in the units sold, product ID number 3, like there were none of them sold, even though there was a price for product ID number 3, the price is 30, but there weren't any units sold for this product ID. So in my output, it's give null for this product ID, but in the expected output, we should see 0. Okay, so how do we handle that? So we're gonna use if null. So if this value, all right, so I'm gonna do this real quick. So if the average price is null, we're gonna give it a value 0. So this is what it does. If the whole thing that I got here, if average price is null, we're gonna give it a value 0. So let's run that again. Okay, let's submit to see if we still have the edge case to take care of. Okay, so I passed all the test cases. Runtime 1356 milliseconds, beats 55.0% of users with MySQL. Nice, so that is it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video.